NBA legend and sports broadcaster Charles Barkley returns to the tank.
Imagine I told you I had a magic trick to get your kids to enjoy eating their veggies.
Revolutionary technology.
Ooh.
We put everything we had into this.
A lot of money.
I'm giving you a free commercial. I'm going to go on television and advertise your product.
Do not miss the chance to get in.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
I make millionaires, and I'm right in there with you.
Watch for the thrills. The Oscars, live Sunday, February 24th on ABC.
It's been 10